Hey everybody, it's Kyle, coming at you live from the basement at Trail Mansion. Yeah, wow, what a week, huh? Been kind of a strange one. I really don't even know how to explain it or describe it. It's just been bizarre. Like every week has been for, months now. I do know that seemingly things are starting to get back to normal. That was a long holiday weekend, and that was great and much needed, I believe, by most people. But it was also a bizarre long weekend. I know if you've seen any news at all, you've seen the video of the Ozarks and of, people gathering as though nothing has happened and nothing wrong has happened at all, or everybody's safe and it's all clear now. That is not the case. So there, I really don't know what else to say about it. I know that my wife said she saw on somewhere a posting or something that people were like, "Oh, well, way to go, Missouri, man. Bunch of dummies, bunch of hillbillies, blah, 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 blah." Now, Missouri has its share of hillbillies. I'm not going to deny that, as do a lot of states, in the Midwest and in the South. But not all of us in Missouri are going to crowd-ridden pools and hanging out, possibly contaminating each other and ourselves with a deadly virus that's killed now over 100,000 people in this country. I did see a quick interview with a local resident, town next to us, just to the east of us, and the woman was actually there. She said she and her friends were going to this bar or this pool or whatever, and could hear the noise of the crowd as they were walking towards it. And they were like, "Whoa, man, that's crazy." But then they went in and partied anyway. She, her response, her answer would, it was alluded to the fact, "Well, what are you doing?" Was, "I'm pretty healthy, so I'll be all right." Yeah, that's not what it's about, dummy, at all. It's about protecting others in case you are carrying it. It's really that simple. That's what wearing masks is about. It's not about you protecting yourself. You'd have to wear a full bodysuit with a mask attached to it in order to do that. And even then, probably can't guarantee anything. Wearing a mask over your mouth or over your face, your nose, when you go shopping and when you go out to places is to protect others from you. I've said that like so many times on this podcast, and I'm hoping you guys are all following these things, but boy, I mean, it's just incredible to me that people just don't get it. It's amazing. Of course, it would help if the commander-in-chief would wear masks when he goes out and visits places. Or just don't visit right now. Just saying. Just saying. Not trying to be political. Just saying. Just as in parenting, do as I say and not as I do doesn't work. Right? Okay. But that's not really what's bugging me. I mean, I talked about this last week. What is up with people's fear of people that aren't... Wait a minute. Let me state that again. What is up with white folks' fear of people that are not what is known as white, Caucasoids, right? People that are non-Caucasian. What is up with the fear? It's incredible to me that is still occurring. I mean, we have had, 155 years or so to get over this shit, right? Since the Civil War, anyway. I mean, and even with that, I mean, even since the civil rights movement, the 50s and 60s, that's still 60 years ago, guys. I don't know what it is that is causing people to think that it's okay to call the cops on black people when they know damn well that right now it seems as though there are some hot-headed police officers murdering unarmed black folks. I don't understand that. Or just unarmed folks in general, man. I mean, definitely we've seen more with African-American people, but they'll kill anybody, some of them. They're hotheads. So why are you calling the police on someone and possibly getting them murdered over them telling you to put a leash on your dog in a part of a public park that it is required that you have a leash on your dog? What are you doing? Enjoy your unemployment. Good luck finding a job. I don't get it. And then police officers, what are you guys doing? When did it become okay to kneel on somebody's neck for 5 to 7 minutes? I mean, look, if that guy stabbed you or shot at you or something like that and you get a hold of him, well, still, if they're unarmed at that point, it's not okay to kill them. That's what trials are for. But I could be more understanding of it. But to kneel on someone and then ultimately kill them and not listen to them and not listen to others around, and for the other cops just to go along with it, man, fuck that shit, man. There ain't enough cops in this world to stop us if we want it, right? This shit stops now, man. It has to stop now. It cannot continue any longer. This is madness. It's like the whole gun thing. It's got to stop, people. We can't have more than a couple guns per person. It just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, when I went and bought a gun before, right when this all went down, I didn't know what was going to happen, but we talked about one anyway. But the other people that were in that store, I was like, whoa, I am in a foreign place here. I do not belong with these people. It's kind of like one time, in my life, things got really, really bad. And it got to the point where I had quite a few suicidal thoughts and a lot of imagery in my head about it. And didn't really have a plan or anything to kill myself. It was more just like I kept envisioning it and seeing it. And it was kind of nonstop to the point to where I got up one morning, I couldn't go to work, I did, and I called a friend of mine. They said, go home, I'll come get you. Took me to the hospital, met with the doctor, discussed things. Doctor suggested 48 hours for me in the hospital. So I did. And let me tell you something, man. The first thing I realized is that I was fine. The people who were in there really had tough stuff they were going through, man. I was just kind of being a puss. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go get help if you need it. But what I'm saying is I realized really quickly when we were sitting in a group therapy session and they were talking about how they feel much better after the morning where they got shock therapy, I was like, holy crap, I'm not in the right place, okay? I just need to get a grip on myself and change things. I can do better, right? So, sometimes it feels like that being in the Midwest, to be honest with you. I love my family, I love my house, and I love my friends and stuff, but I do feel out of place here sometimes. I feel like I should be elsewhere, doing something else, with my family, hopefully, obviously. That's what I would want. I would never, ever leave my family. But, yeah, sometimes I feel like that. But, yeah, I can't imagine what it feels like to be a black person right now. I can tell you what it feels like to be a middle-aged Midwestern white guy. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by the shit white people are giving people of color right now. I'm embarrassed with the way that we've treated women forever. I'm embarrassed that I know people who support Donald Trump and that he was elected. So that gets even down even further. That's embarrassed to be American, I guess. I'm not embarrassed to be. I love the United States of America, but this is not the United States of America that I love, where cops are killing people and then the president is giving shit to someone who's peacefully protesting before fucking football games, man. Professional football games. Give me a break, dude. Shut up. You know? These guys can do what they want. Who gives a shit? Do I like to see them kneeling during the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance? No, I don't. But the reason I don't like it is because of why they're doing it. It's not because they are doing it. It's because they feel like they have to. That's the problem. The problem is not that they're kneeling. The problem is why. And, I mean, if you don't get that, then it's no wonder that you don't get why Donald Trump was not a good choice for president. And you also don't get why the whole Me Too movement happened. And you also don't get why you should wear a fucking mask when you go shopping and why you shouldn't go party in a swimming pool full of hundreds of strangers, you know, thinking that this is all over with. Because I guarantee there will be deaths as a result of that situation. I guarantee it. And it wasn't just here in Missouri or in the Ozarks, you know. It wasn't just there. This happened all over. Beaches, you know, they just showed that one a lot. I think it was the first thing that got around. But it's no wonder you're not understanding things. If you think that it's okay to treat black people that way, you think that it's okay to treat women that way, you think that it's okay to treat other countries that way, and you think it's okay to be macho or be tough and you don't need a mask because you don't understand that it's going to possibly kill other people, then you're fucked in the head. That's what's bugging me today. All right, so we're going to go to the break. I know it's somber again. Sorry, guys, but boy, humanity. We're going to go to the break, and we'll be back after that with some things I'm into. Hey, Kyle? All right, we're back. And what am I into right now? Well, I will put a link to a photo album of a bunch of records I picked up over the last week. I think I told you guys I went to a record store a few weeks ago. That was great. That was Seventh Heaven. I also went at the beginning of last weekend, which was the Memorial Day holiday weekend, and went to the local vintage stock here where I live and picked up some records. They had that buy two, get one free used items, and so naturally I looked at records. And then, let's see, on Memorial Day, actually, we as a family went out and went thrift shopping. Of course, we wore masks. Why do you even need to ask? But anyway, we did, and I found a lot of gems, a lot of good ones. Sweet K-Tel, High Energy album also. It's got so many hits on it. Really good. A 5-album collection of Mexican brass, too. That's pretty great. You know I like Mexican brass. I also found an unopened Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass album. The record itself was open, but inside in the slipcase or whatever was sealed. So still brand new inside of there since, 1976, 75, something like that. Sealed. Found that as well. It sounds amazing. But yeah, found a lot of different music and a lot of different styles. Some weird, funny ones too. Some maxi singles. But a little bit of everything. Kind of fun to go. I mean, I enjoy looking at them at thrift stores and stuff. And a lot of times you can't find shit. It's either a lot of gospel music or a lot of just shit people don't want. But you can find some gems in there if you know what to look for. There are some classical collections. I don't listen to a lot of classical music, but there are some classical collections that you should always buy. One of these if you see it. It's got a yellow, kind of a gold label across the top and across the bottom with a little seal on the top. Always get those if you see those, as long as they're not scratched to hell. And there are some things like that you can find, some older heavyweight vinyl that, if you can find it, you should get it, because it's probably going to sound great. Even if you don't care for it, it might be something that you want to pass to somebody else, something like that. Or you could sell. I don't know. I usually don't look to do that, but I usually just look to find music and listen to it. So I found a lot of that. So I've been listening to those the last couple of days. Like I said, I will put a link up to the photo album, and it'll change. I have some photos right now. I'll add more as I listen to the records. I haven't listened to all of them yet, so I will add more photos as I listen to them all. Let's see, what else? What am I reading? Nothing. That's easy. We can get right past that. I need to. We've actually talked with the kids a little bit about it and trying to get them away from screens a little bit during the day, each day, and trying to get their nose in a book maybe. I honestly think if these guys discovered reading and they read the right thing and they truly got into it, man, there'd be no turning back. They would devour books. But getting them to do that in an age where everything is designed to entertain you 24/7 is pretty difficult. But I understand the harmful aspects of screens, so we're trying to work with them on that, and we'll see what we can do there. Yeah, I have a daughter who loves Hunger Games. She's watched all the films, the whole series, probably, I don't even know how many times. Well, there's a prequel book, a novel that just came out like a week ago, and offered several times to buy that for her so she could read it. Not remotely interested. So she will wait for the movie to come out, I guess. I don't know. That's weird, but it is what it is. That's just the day and age we live in, guys, and that's all the more there is to it. Meanwhile, I think there's plenty of things I could read. I think there's plenty of things in this house right now. I just would have to find that I would enjoy reading, but I just need to do it. I love reading. I don't know why I'm not reading. Okay. What are we watching? There we go. Back to screens. We've watched a few things lately. We attempted to do movie marathon action last weekend, and I think we only got through the first film before then there was some arguing about whose movie was picked and if they changed their movie from the first time and blah, 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 blah. But we watched Happy Death Day. That was my daughter's choice. She'd seen that before. It's about a college girl who, after a bad night of partying or whatever, wakes up, and it's a PG-13 movie, and or she has a dream or whatever that she's murdered, and she wakes up, and she basically, it's Groundhog Day, but kind of a scary movie, until she can figure out who it is that's trying to kill her and stop that, and then she doesn't go through this reboot every day. Pretty wild. Not the best. I had a problem with it. Logically, it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter. The director even knows about it. There's a whole thing on the internet about it. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Let's see. And besides that, what else do we watch? I'm trying to think. I don't think anything special. We did start watching Nosferatu, or NOS4A2. Not the silent vampire film with Max Schreck from the silent era. Not that one. No, I'm talking about the series based on the novel by Joe Hill, also known as Joe Hill King, Stephen King's son. Joe Hill King has written a lot of things that are kind of popular right now. There's the what most people would know would be Lock and Key, which is a series on Netflix. But anyway, this Nosferatu that is out, I believe it's on TNT. I could be wrong. AMC. Maybe it's on AMC. But anyway, it's really interesting. And I knew about it before I listened to the audiobook of it a while ago. I listen to audiobooks when I mow. But anyway, I listened to the audiobook of it a while ago. And so I knew it was a good story and everything. So I got a hold of the series, and we watched the first one last night. No one was too excited about it to start, but boy, I think everybody dug it. So we'll get back into that a little bit. I think there's 10 episodes in the first season. I think there is a second season already coming. So that's pretty interesting. We're excited with that. Oh, the other thing that we watched, the wife and I watched a show on Netflix called Kim's Convenience. It's about a convenience store owned by the Kim family. I think it actually is in Canada, but it's just a corner convenience store in a big city, you know. But man, it's really pretty great. We turned it on because, you know, the ad and everything for it on there was kind of funny. I'd seen it a few times, and we just kind of wanted to watch something different that we hadn't seen before. And kind of, I got to be honest with you, I fell in love right away with the characters. I mean, they're really good. It's a father and the mother, and then they have a son and a daughter. The son is kind of run away or whatever, doesn't live with the family anymore, but the daughter still communicates with him where he works and all that. It's interesting. You just have to kind of see it. But yeah, it was really good, really funny, not too cutesy, but cute at the same time. That's always a hard thing to achieve. And then other than that, we did watch another episode of What We Do in the Shadows, the first season of that. I like that show. I really like that movie a lot. I would like to keep watching that show and finish it because I think it's really good, and I love the movie. Different characters completely in the TV show than were in the film. I love the Taika Waititi. Boy, whew, cannot pronounce his name right now. I love his character in the original film. I thought it was really pretty fun. But the TV show's great, too, and Matt Berry's in it, which is always a win. And that's about it. I really can't think of anything else. I can tell you one thing that I am not watching, and that is the news. I will take a big, hearty, hi-ho pass on that. It's a big bummer, and especially with Missouri being in the news for the bullshit of the morons down in Hillbillyville all in a pool together. Oh, boy. Shaking my damn head over here. So I don't really watch the news much. I mean, I watch it for weather, which they get wrong most of the time, and I don't expect them to get it right. It's guessing based on history. But I will be watching the launch of the SpaceX rocket today. That is actually happening today, and I'm excited to see humans taking off in a vehicle again to space from American soil. It's exciting for me, so looking forward to that. But that's it, guys. I really can't think of anything else that I want to say right now. Or anything else to talk to. I talked to Keith Beard earlier. Do need to get him on, but I got to plan that out a little bit better. I can't do that kind of off the cuff like this deal. So I will let you know when that's coming around. But that's it for now. Like I said, reach out to me if you have any questions, if you want to be involved. I would love you guys to be involved. But until next time, I guess I would just say to you, get off my lawn. And I'm actually going to go mow the lawn today. So that's extra special. That one's for free. Peace out.